Hello guys, Wizards here bringing you another Total War Warhammer 2 replay with commentary. And for today, I'm bringing you your weekly dose of Dark Elf gameplay, for sure. Yeah, and if you guys don't know the news, I think the Warhammer 3 is coming, Total War Warhammer 3, which is real great. I for one can't wait to get my hands on it and get to play some new factions for sure. So, but our army is not just any army. We're going for somewhat an elite one with our Cold One Dread Knights with their new buffs. Let's see how they do. And of course 2 Manticores, because we're kind of going for a K-Knight army. K-Knight yeah, I have some K-Knight units here. For our lords, we have Crone Hellebron, the Blood Queen herself. I think I have all of her stuff, not just one item. I don't have the magic resistant item, but the rest of the stuff are here. Yeah, even the Witch Brew, which I usually don't take. But for this matchup against Greenskins, I did bring it because yeah, I want her to just destroy enemy infantry and stuff. And Crone didn't come alone. She has her Blades of the Blood Queen, her bodyguards here as well. And yeah, these guys are great. I wish the other executioners were at least kind of good, half as good as these guys are. I'm kidding, they're not that bad, but they're not good as well. For my caster, I have a sorcerer with Lore of Fire. I have Burning Head, the Cascading Fire Cloak, and Fireball. And I brought the Kind of Flame as well. And they're both are near these bodyguard units, so both of them are getting the Guardian Aura, which gives 50%, 15% physical resistance. The rest of the army are normal. I have 2 units of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows. I have 2 Dark Riders with shield. For my enemy, he has some Spider Riders, Forest Goblin, Spider Rider Archers, which are really good. They actually can make up their gold really easy because they're cheap and they are range unit. They have poison and stuff. And for my opponent, he has a front line of Orc Boys. The thing about these guys is that they don't have really high melee attack, but their weapon strength is really high. They have 2 chevrons, so I think their the base unit is 28. So it's not great. They don't hit that much, but there is somehow you can make that work, is with Warzak. This guy is really great even with so many buffed Greenskin lords. He's still one of the best lords in the game. And yeah, the thing that makes Orc Boys and lower attack units like Orc Boy Begins and the other one, the Orc Boy, the Orc Boar Boys, is his Bonewood Staff, which increases melee attack by 12 each time Warzak casts a spell. And for his arsenal, he has some low mana, low winds of magic, and fast casting spells, which enables them to do so much. He has 2 units of trolls. One of them, the river trolls, the swamp things, the regiment of Renault troll guys. And he has stone trolls, which are overall a really good unit. He has some goblin archers in the back, which are really good against Dark Elves. So let's start the game without further ado. We talked enough. So as soon as I see, I'm always aware that usually 99% of Greenskin players bring a kind of skirmish archer units, fast archer units. So yes, for sure you need some dark riders and dark riders with repeater crossbows. And the thing I'm doing here is that I'm just trying to zone them out, go after them with dark riders and finish them with manticore. I pull dark dread spears here as well because they have silver shield. Now for our front line, the units are charging the orcs and trolls. And now one of the great uses of these cold one dread knights is that they're actually great as a roadblock. They have high melee defense, so in saturation with other units they're actually do fine right here. And yeah, my opponent used the Warzag pinning spell, effigy of the Git, and yes, so I forgot about moving them. My opponent got a clean side charge with his orc boys, which they do have weapons, armor piercing weapon strength. So the interesting thing is I'm winning the front line, which was a surprise to me as well. The Hellebron with her support abilities and stuff was actually doing really well, and as you guys are seeing here, the Blaze of the Blood Queen were fighting against trolls and they were getting shot, but my opponent frontline didn't have any high quality units, so I'm just able to move through them. And look at this Hellebron rampaging and charging everyone with her 500 weapon strength. I think it was double a moment ago before her rampage just run out. And another thing is, look at this, these guys got charged but still they're fighting against the supercharged orcs with their Wa and still are winning here. So yeah, I'm doing real fine in the front line. I think the manticores are a great part of that. I was able to finish this unit of goblin archers with one burning head, which is really nice. And yeah, with these guys, I think these guys are really real MPVP in Greenskin armies. I used to think about bringing them in Dark Elf Dark Elf versus Greenskin matchups, because yeah, I was thinking they're going to do good. The only real threat to them were the Orc Boy, Savage Orc Boy Begins. Yeah, those were the threats. Now, Hellebron was doing so good that my opponent just used the effigy of the Git on her. I mean, it is kind of effective. Look at how much damage she's taking. That was around, I think 600 to 800 damage that she took, which was real high, because yeah, she was doing real great. She wasn't taking any damage. And for the rest of the fight, I think yeah, my opponent's army didn't have enough high tier front line to stand up against mine. I think if he had more Orc Boy Begins, it would have been much different fight. I might have been able to win still, because I had manticores and these guys were here, and Hellebron is a beast. She's just a infantry blender, and the Blaze of the Blood Queen are also great. So yeah, I think at this point of the battle I knew I had won, and the balance of power is heavily in my favor. So yeah, this was one of the hardest matchup for Dark Elf. It's still hard. I mean, the only faction that I don't struggle as Dark Elf against is Empire. The rest of the factions I really have to put my all in the game, and still it's going to be hard. But yeah, this was a really great game. Look at the damage. I think on foot, Hellebron is, with all of her abilities, it's around the same gold value. I think she's around 1800 gold. The Sorcerer of Fire did fine. I was using the Cascading Cloak on Hellebron, and these guys, because it gives armor piercing and melee defense, which actually matters a lot. My spearmen did fine, nothing really extraordinary. Blade of the Blood Queen, they got charged by trolls, and I mean orc boar boys, which are all armor piercing and large. Not an ideal target for Hargonnet executioners, but they still did fine. They protected these two guys, especially Hellebron. The Dark Riders did fine. I was able to screen the forest goblin spider riders, and yeah, these guys, the Cold One Dread Knights, were also really important in this fight. I think this is the unit that got charged. I mean, it still did great. The only thing it did, it got charged. I was able to micro it at the end of the battle and fight the Greenskins, but overall I think it was kind of over. Even these ones, I think they did fine as well. Not great, but fine. The repeater crossbows always MVP. They're one of the important parts that glue the Dark Elf army together, because they need it really badly. And Manticores, really good. I mean, I think Falcon talked about it. These guys are in every competitive Dark Elf army. I mean, at least 90% of them. For my enemy's army, I think if I was playing as Greenskins against Dark Elves, I would have brought more savage orc boy begins or orc boy begins. The archers would have been there. I would have brought I think less cav. I don't think I would have brought orc boys. I think the begins is enough, and I would have brought another cave throw for sure, because they're they're resistant to range attack. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would really help me, and I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. It helps to grow the channel, and it motivates me to make more videos for sure. Yeah, and that's it. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye.